how do you see this partnership, first of all, and how do you think AI can help pharma company to better support healthcare provider and ultimately the patients?
Definitely, that is an excellent question. And first of all, shout out to all of my pharmacist colleagues and friends and people all over the world who are in the pharma industry, because you guys make and break and bring therapies that we end up using. So if you don't bring up the therapies, then we may not have those therapeutics up to offer patients. So definitely kudos to all the people in pharma. And exactly, and of course, it's a collaborative work, and I love talking to my pharma guys in the hospital, because they can be a source of great support when you need to make decisions regarding patient care. Definitely, pharma companies have a crucial role in empowering us as clinicians or healthcare in general. First, we need to, of course, invest in tools that are useful, that actually meet healthcare needs based on real, on-the-ground problems that clinicians and patients are facing. And of course, this does require close collaboration with physicians and healthcare workers who understand the challenges that are faced by the patient as well as the whole workforce. So just to say it out there, and of course, it is huge what has been happening for the last couple of years in drug discovery. Now, testing, validation, structures that would take years are being done within minutes, especially in drug discovery. And this is a huge field that I haven't personally worked on, but I know that is going to be changing, and we're going to have new therapeutics that are going to be more tailored, fewer side effects, and better outcomes, and clinical trials that are going to be more efficient, work more appropriately, and produce better results. And the cost for the pharma industry to actually bring out a drug into actual use is going to be reduced. The time's going to be reduced, the cost is going to be reduced, and it's going to be definitely game-changing. So that is, maybe a longer-term perspective. However, immediately what the pharma industry can work with the digital health industry, for example, would be medication selection. Are there certain interactions, or are there, for example, in healthcare, we always look to convert one form of medication to another, for example, IV to PO or oral drugs, and describing to the doctor or the clinician that, hey, okay, just use this dose. The doctor will do this quickly without having to calculate anything by going on an online calculator. Then, for example, this issues that we face in the hospital is certain medications need dosing and adjustments. For example, vancomycin, perhaps digoxin, lithium, perhaps, that I believe can be managed very easily by simple ML machine learning algorithms in the hospital, as well as in the clinic locations. Another aspect that may not be as technical, however, educating the patient on the medication that they have been prescribed. And this is a common issue that a lot of hospitals face, that when the patient is, for example, being discharged from the hospital and be sent back home, there may be some changes in medication. And a lot of times patients may not fully appreciate or have understood what the doctor or the nurse explained to the patient regarding, okay, you have been put on these medication, and these medications have this use and this side effect perhaps, so watch out for all of this. So I'm thinking an easy chatbot can be made with natural language processing that will communicate with the patient to explain to the patient about all the medications that they're going home on, and so they have an informed understanding of what medication does, what it is used for, how frequently it is going to be used, and any potential side effects they should be looking at. Then, right now, this is all low-hanging fruit that I'm talking about. Just really low-hanging fruit that can be easily done with my bit of understanding with ML and all algorithms. Designing chemotherapy regimens, and all of this has been done in certain fashion, but definitely not to the point that it's being applied in a much more useful manner. So designing chemotherapy regimens is huge and quick, and instead of the oncologists have to open up every single time to a chart, okay, this is a chart, okay, you should do this, your stage this, let's give you this regimen. This is again a very low-hanging fruit. Medication adherence tools, those are great. And as I mentioned, I started my healthcare tech journey from medication reminder application. So adherence tools. Second, pharma companies from this standpoint can see with medication adherence tools what is preventing the patient from actually adhering. Is there a side effect happening? So pharma industry is always looking to catch side effects before they become a big problem. And this could be a huge way to actually obtain side effects, and by assessing how the patient is actually doing. Is the patient taking it? Did the patient give me an issue? No, I took this medication last time and I developed this rash, but I still took it, but it's not working out, or I had stomach upset with this. I don't know what to do. And then you can analyze, okay, did the patient take it properly? Was it before meal, after the meal, taken with milk? However, all these situations can be catered for. And then I'm sure a couple of companies, if I remember correctly, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Novartis, GlaxoSmithKline, Eli Lilly, they're all working on insulin dosing that does not maybe require the patient to make adjustment themselves. Then I think a lot of thought is being put into cancer side effects, and that can be mitigated. Then again, pharma industry is looking to develop not just drugs, but vaccines that you may quickly and easily figure out whether these vaccines are going to be good or not, or all the models that are being done. I think it's going to be a game-changing, and this is a very exciting time to be in the pharma industry with everything, and especially with drug discovery, vaccine discovery, and development. So yeah, huge needs are there within healthcare that I can't even begin to start talking about. I think the pharma industry and physicians clinicians, nursing staff need to come together and see, hey, what are the bigger problems that we are facing, and what is the low-hanging fruit that may get you in the door with some of these things, and that will have a real change and effect on how medicine is practiced and how it will improve patient outcomes. So yeah, that's a great question, and I could talk endlessly about the issues in healthcare that need to be fixed. But yes, thanks for asking this question again.